September is National Childhood Obesity Awareness Month, and it's a great time to talk with your kids about food and nutrition.
So this morning, registered dietitian Crystal McNeil is going to talk about how to make nutrition fun. And I think it can be fun when you know how to sort of present it to your kids. Welcome back to the show, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me back.
So what's the key? Because I think like we used to use Sesame Street, and now Isabella loves broccoli because I'm tired today, but the little pink girl that was on.
I didn't. She
You don't know
wasn't on
Sesame
back
Street?
in the old school Sesame Street
I don't
days.
remember either.
But anyway, so she was into broccoli because of that. So it worked.
Right, right. And the important thing to remember, and I work primarily with children from the ages of birth to 5. And what's key about that age is that you're forming your relationship with food and your habits about food. And everybody, no matter if you're an infant or 99 years old, you have some kind of relationship with food. You love eating, you hate eating, it's a chore, you kind of forget about it, or you eat when you're emotional. And the thing with young children is you're forming that relationship at a very young age that could potentially impact them for the rest of their life. So you want to make it fun. You don't want it to be a chore, kind of like in a lecture setting. You know, so Sesame Street, that's a great example of kind of making it fun. And there's some other things that adults and childcare providers, parents can do to make learning about nutrition fun.
No, there was something that one person told me. You have to almost present a food to your child multiple times before you stop doing it. And I know that's hard for parents to think, I keep making broccoli, they don't eat it.
Yes.
How many times do you kind of suggest to parents for them to make them try it?
Yeah, research kind of varies on the specific number, but generally it's like 10 to 15 times. That's a pretty safe guess. Yeah, and research shows that most parents give up after about 3 to 5. So there's kind of a little bit of a gap in there, and it can be. It's a struggle for parents or anybody who cares for children because you almost feel like you're being defeated in some way. And so it's important to kind of separate that they are refusing the food, not me, as an adult. But a lot of times we tie emotions with food, so that can be really challenging for parents. But it's important to expose children a number of times in a positive, non-threatening kind of way. And then hopefully after all those exposures, they'll start accepting the food.
And then I know, talk about just getting kids to, hey, you can just try it, you don't have to finish it, just try it. Any strategies you have for that?
Exactly, yeah. When it's a new or an unfamiliar food, it's really a good idea for adults to watch the words they're saying and their body language. So if I'm presenting a child broccoli and I don't think they're going to eat it, an example of what you should do is, you know, this is broccoli, it's green, it's crunchy. Kind of use words to describe the food to them. You may be teaching them new words, but that's okay. We teach them about shapes and colors and numbers. So this is just another kind of vocabulary lesson you can have. And you want to watch your body language. So if I'm presenting broccoli to a child, you don't want to, you know, kind of turn your head and be like, oh, good luck, you know, eat that. Because who's going to eat any food? Like, no adult would like that either if your waiter dropped your plate and was like, good luck, you know? So you want to make sure that what you're saying, what you're doing is giving the child the chance to decide whether or not they will or will not like the food, as opposed to kind of projecting your feelings on it.
I love broccoli. I don't know what's wrong with kids. It's like on my list of something that I actually do love to eat.
Well, I think what's interesting too, maybe you can speak to, I remember in the movie Inside Out, and they portray broccoli as like, you know, the little girl freaks out over broccoli, and how much does that media and things like that play a role in our kids eating?
I think from what I've seen, and this is just based on my experience in seeing, you know, young children in childcare settings and in other situations, but I think peers, so other children and things like the media can play a role, and it'll be different for every child. Every child's going to develop differently and they'll notice those things differently, but I think what they hear other children say, and especially what they hear adults say, their role models, their parents, close aunts, uncles, grandmothers, like if you are constantly saying something about even your own body image or food, children pick up on that. They learn on that, so you want to make sure that what you're saying about food is supporting a positive relationship.
Do I get any daddy points, Larson? I referenced Sesame Street.
did.
I referenced Inside Out today.
I mean, we'll see what else he references after a quick break.
Oh, that's right. Okay, well, yeah. We'll be right back.